Welcome to the next video of section 3, configuring the game camera. In the previous video we have learned about player input. In this video we'll learn how to configure the game camera. The preceding code allows you to control the player object, but there are some problems. One of them is that the player doesn't seem to face the position of the mouse cursor, even though our code is designed to achieve this behavior. The reason is that the camera, by default, is not configured as it needs to be for a top-down 2D game. We'll fix this in this section. To get started, the scene camera should have a top-down view of the scene. To achieve this, switch the scene viewport to a top-down 2D view by clicking on the View cube, the up arrow in the top right corner of the scene viewport. This switches your viewport to a top view. You can see that the viewport is in a top view because the View cube will list top as the current view. From here, you can have the scene camera conform to the viewport camera exactly, giving you an instant top-down view for your game. To do this, select the camera in the scene, or from the hierarchy panel, and then choose Game Object, Align with View from the application menu. This makes your game look much better than before, but there's still a problem. When the game is running, the spaceship still doesn't look at the mouse cursor as intended. This is because the camera is a perspective camera and the conversion between a screen point and world point is leading to unexpected results. We can fix this by changing the camera to an orthographic camera, which is a truly 2D camera that allows no perspective distortion. To do this, select the camera in the scene and from the Object Inspector change the projection setting from perspective to orthographic. Every orthographic camera has a size field in the Object Inspector, which is not present for perspective cameras. This field controls how many units in the world view correspond to pixels on the screen. We want a 1-to-1 ratio, or relationship between world unit to pixels, in order to ensure that our textures appear at the correct size, and cursor movement has the intended effect. The target resolution for our game will be Full HD, which is 1920 by 1080, and this has an aspect ratio of 16:9. For this resolution, the orthographic size should be 5.4. The reasons for this value are beyond the scope of this video, but the formula to arrive at it is screen height in pixels. Finally, make sure that your Game tab view is configured to display the game at a 16:9 aspect ratio. If it isn't, click on the aspect drop-down list at the top left corner of the game view and choose the 16:9 option. Now try running the game, and you have a player spaceship that moves based on a WASD input and also turns to face the mouse cursor. Great work! The game is really taking shape. However, there's lots more work to do. In the next video, we'll learn about bonds locking.